right, so I've only just got the boat on the water. It's a very late start for me. It's 9 AM. I had a few bits and pieces to do this morning, but I'm out in the water now, and I know so many of my videos I start with this massive plan of what I'm going to do on what tide and how good the moon is, but it is a complete opposite again. We've had a massive flush in this system. We had 300-400 mils in a couple of days, and that was a couple of weeks ago, so it should have had time to settle. The water's still incredibly dirty, but I don't know what the fish have been doing. I haven't fished since that rain, so I'm heading out now to try and find a few fish, and the plan is to try and get a few fish on the adaptation of freshwater minnow into the freshwater prawn. So if you'd watched the film in December when we're chasing bass, I went to the upper reaches here, found some freshwater minnows, replicated it into our freshwater minnow colour, and it fished really well. And I've always had in the back of my head I wanted to change it into the swim prawn, and what better time to do it than when we've had a big freshwater flush. It's not just a freshwater colour, it'll fish really good in salt water, but I think it's going to fish incredible now after this little bit of flood. It's an incredible little colour. You would have already seen it in the intro. When you get a really big flush like this of fresh water, the system completely changes, and until it clears up, it can be really hard to find the fish again. If you do find the fish, you can have a lot of fun and you can catch a lot of different species in one location. So that's the plan. Couple of hours of sounding, test out this new freshwater prawn colour, and hopefully put a few fish on the board. Let's get stuck in. All right, so just sounding up the first spot. It's just, we're in 5 metres of water, and it's a little bit of rubble ground. So it's a spot that I've found before when the water's been dirty. We've had a flush, but the current is absolutely ripping through here. We're a day after the new moon, so we've got really big tides, and it's just the top of I think it's a 2.1. So it's absolutely ripping through. There is a couple of fish showing up, so probably be worth a spot lock and have a little cast. The wind and the current's just going to be ripping through way too hard to drift. I reckon I might spot lock, put in a few cast up current. Might get into the slightly shallower stuff. I was in about 5 metres where I started, and I'm in about 2.6, so I'm a little bit shallower now. Chuck on a little freshwater prawn and see what we can do. Chuck this little 1/6 10 on, little BKK Harpax. Should be heavy enough. I don't want to fish too deep today. I'll try and stick to slightly shallower stuff. I find when the water's super dirty, they don't always sit super deep. Not sure why. They'll sit in funny spots, on sand flats and little zones where you wouldn't normally find fish. Alrighty, what do we got? Let's start with the 3-inch. So we've got 3-inch in freshwater prawn. I'll give you a little look at him. Alright, so that's him unrigged. Very, very nice colour. You'll see the sun coming through him there. It's got like a really nice tannin colour to it, and it's got UV reflective green flecks. So it's a combination of the top and bottom colour in the freshwater minnow, and we've adapted into the freshwater prawn. So looks incredibly realistic. It's going to look really good in that dirty water. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get stuck in and see if we can find a few. All right, so we're all set up. Freshwater prawn, first cast. Let's see if we can get into it. There's a few fish moving through. We're in 2.5 metres of water. Or there was fish moving through. Not now. Check the drag like always. A couple more fish moving through now. The hard thing will be hitting the bottom here. I think I got bites already though. I think I got a bite straight away, I'm not sure. It's a big current line to the right that's not normally over that far, so I'll probably move over a little bit, get into that current line. And there's fish on the left here now though too. On the Miller Rod Grub Freak today. Got a few rods rigged up, but just thought I'd start with this one. 2500 exist. The other colour I'd love to give a workout today is molting prawn in the minnow. If you'd watched the previous film, filming molting prawn, I didn't actually get to test the minnow out. The day got really tough, it got really windy, and I just didn't end up chucking it on. So I've got some in the boat. I'd love to get that eaten today as well. So maybe that's two things I'll tick off: freshwater prawn and molting minnow. All right, I'm gonna take us off spot lock. I'm gonna try and drift. We've got fish moving through. Just gotta get the lure in front of them. Get into a little bit shallower, I think. We're in here, 2.4. This looks a little bit better. Spot lock here. Oh, a little bite, little bite. Little bite. That was over towards that current line. First little bite of the morning. Scooch you over to this current line a little bit. Spot lock again. All right, I'm gonna pull the electric up. I'm gonna drive up about 100 meters because it looks really good. There's a really good current line up there. So pull the electric up. Don't knock my mother over. Feels good to be in the boat again. I didn't fish during the rain. I was editing that last video, molting prawn, and it was hammering down rain and I just didn't get out, but keen to get stuck into a few fish again. It's gonna happen today. You can see that current line there. You've got water coming out of the lake to the right-hand side, a big natural saltwater lake. And on the incoming tide, it kind of fills the lake up and then pushes it back out. So we've got a nice little current line here. We'll have a sound through and see what we can find. Got a few boulders there on the right, which is good. We'll drift past that. All we're gonna do, basically look to see any little fish on the sounder here. Probably, even if there's no fish, I'll definitely stop and have a few casts and just see what's happening on the sound. It looks like we've got clean water actually coming in already. That looks like clean water there. Yeah, got clean water coming in, which is good. All right, electric in, let's get stuck in. Yeah, didn't think clean water would have been coming in already, but most definitely is. Don't know if you can see that on the camera. Looks very good here, looks very fishy. Looks incredible in the water, this colour. It'll get eaten. We just have to find the fish. All right. Nothing in the clean, nothing really even sounding up in that clean water line, clean dirty water line. So make a little drift through. Keep an eye on the sounder, that's all we can do. Feels like the flow's slowing down a little bit. Coming to the top of the tide. We're just drifting over those rock piles I showed you on the sounder before. Hop the little freshwater prawn through there, see if there's anything lurking. A little bite. Yep. Pulled out of a fish and into another one. Oh, feels half decent too. Weird head shakes. Not sure. Huh. First fish on freshwater prawn, and it feels like an unusual one. Might just be a little Trev. He hasn't taken off yet. Feels like a Trev. It's fighting like a Trev. Maybe a diamond? He's doing circles. No sharks, please. Just a very dark GT, cool looking GT. It's been spending a bit of time in the fresh. Very cool fish. Oh, that's a very cool fish on freshwater prawn. Look at the colours on that GT. I don't know, because the sunlight's blaring on him, so I don't know whether it's going to come through or not, but he's a very, very dark fish. Not very big, but very, very cool little start. Let's get him back and keep going. There's a few fish on the sounder, so hopefully we can get into a few more. Moved back up, drifted back a fair bit. Fair few fish came through on the sounder when I hooked him. All right, last little drift at this spot, and then we'll I think we'll keep moving. All right, moving spots. Next spot, we've got basically got a heap of sand undulations, and it goes to this corner, and we've got a little bit of a deeper rubble. So we'll have a little drift through here and see what we can find. I think I'm gonna have to do a little battery swap, and then we'll get stuck in. Like I was saying, we've got a heap of sand undulations, pretty consistent depth. And then as it gets to the corner, it drops down, there's a little bit of rubble, and we'll see if there's a few fish there. As I came through, I sanded up some fish on the opposite side to the rubble, on the flat, which is interesting. There's not always fish there, so we'll go have a little scope out of that. But there's a little bit less wind here, there's a little bit less current, so it feels a little bit more fishable. Where I was before, it was just ripping through, and the fish weren't really holding on anything, they were just ripping through with the current. So hopefully they've come downriver with the, or upriver, sorry, with that incoming tide. Basically just going to power fish today until we find a good school of fish that want to feed. Not going to waste time on, on fish that aren't going to feed, just because I haven't been fishing the system since it's been dirty, so I don't know what the fish are doing or where the schools are or what tide they're feeding on. So the plan is just to find active fish, and in dirty water you can generally lose a little bit of your finesse and still get bites. So that's what we're going to do. That's what the plan's turned into today. Probably the first school of dew I've seen. Probably about 10 fish. Say that's worth a spot lock. They're in this little current line here. I was hoping to see more, but there's one tight little knit school. Pretty sure I know where they would be. Cast up to them, hit the bottom, hop through them, see if we can get them to bite. I've seen 2 sharks move through, so if I hook a fish, I'm gonna have to go a little bit harder than I did on that little trevally before. Keep moving. We had a little bit of rain forecast for today, but only 1 to 5 mil, but it's been pretty clear skies. Say we'll get a little squall coming over and I'll get wet at one stage, but if it's been like the last couple of days, it won't be that big a deal. This is a flat over here that I sounded fish up this morning on the way through. Don't know what they would have been. They were pretty scattered. They could have been mulloway, or they could have been, you know, larger grunter, something like that. Got a miss bite. There's a wind hit. Yep, there's one. Oh, it feels half decent. What have we got? Big flathead, I reckon. Feels like it's doing big head shakes, but it's not doing anything. Yep, flathead. He's a good one too. I'm going to put stuff all pressure on him. I can feel his teeth on the leader. I don't want to bring him up to the surface just yet. This is what you want to do if you want to keep a good flathead on. Don't get him up to the surface too early. Yep, got him. He's so green. He's so green. He's a good fish. He's a very nice fish. I'm happy with him. He's completely swallowed that new colour, freshwater minnow. And that's him there. Beautiful flathead. Very, very nice fish. Freshwater minnow all the way down the gob there. Try and get him in frame. Great fish. How cool are the colours on him? How good's the tail? Beautiful fish. Very, very happy with him. Let's get him back and see if we can put a few more fish on the boat here. Not the best release, that's all right. All right, so he scuffed that leader up really good. See how easy it just broke then? I think this is either 10 or, I think it might be 15 actually. You can see the importance of not going hard on him and keeping him down lower rather than ripping him up to the surface and then getting the net. Now it's kind of how the the fellas do it in America with the largemouth bass. They kind of lead them around when they're on lighter gear. You know, when they're on heavy gear, they just pole them straight in, but they kind of lead them around till they're ready to lip those bigger ones on lighter gear. It's the same with flathead. I found that little technique works well. don't take tension off them, but you kind of just lead them around, and if you don't go too hard on them, they kind of don't realise. I got done by that fish's spines trying to get a little hold up, which was very rookie. That's going to be sore for a very, very long time, but that's all right. I'll live. Let's get stuck back in. So we'll keep drifting this flat. Just landed that nice little, oh, nice size flathead. Nice, good for our local system. He ate it twice. Second time he fully committed. Might have been a different fish. There might be a little patch of them down there, but it's just as that big wind gust came and it kind of threw me off my position, and I lost control of the lure. I say it's a flat, but it's 4 meters deep here. I'll spot lock and I'll have a little fish. Ah, missed him. Felt like a good bite too. Alright, last couple of casts at this spot, and then I might keep moving upriver and have a look. The water's dirty here, but it's definitely got salt in it. Like, you can just tell, like it's starting to clear up a bit. Spot lock here. Alright, last cast, and then we'll move upriver. Alright, one more cast. There's a few fish on the sounder, so one more cast. Then we'll move upriver. I'll get one bite now and I'll stay here for 3 hours. I'll be pretty doomed if I hooked anything decent around these sharks anyway. Let's go. Battery check, laughing. All right, so I've been fishing for a couple of hours now, only the 2 fish, and missed a few bites. We're just pulling up at probably the 5th spot now, which is traditionally a pretty good run-in tide spot. Not necessarily when the water's dirty, just you know, just in general. And so I thought I'd come upriver and have a little bit of a look. The water's a little bit dirtier up here, but we do have the incoming tide, so the water should still have a little bit of salt in it. And if the fish have pushed up with the incoming tide, which they can do. So what happens sometimes when you've got dirty water and you've got a big incoming tide, the fish will follow it up until it stops, and then until the clean water stops, and then move out. Well, not the clean water, the salty water. They'll still be in what looks dirty, but hopefully that made sense. I'm rambling a little bit, but yeah. So. Going to give this spot a little try. I've got a lot of confidence in this spot. A lot of rubble, a couple of flats, some deeper water. I'm seeing some scattered fish on the sounder so far, but sounding at speed with the outboard. I never like to dictate what I see on the screen there. I don't like to dictate if I fish or not. I always like to put the electric down, have a little look, spot lock, drift, see what comes through on the sounder when you give it a little bit of time. Because a lot of these fish in this system move in and out with the tide. They won't necessarily stack in one spot, like on one rock or in one set of sand undulations. They'll move, they're constantly moving. So sometimes when your boat's moving at speed and sounding, you won't see anything. That's what I was trying to get across. Anyway, I've got a little bit of cloud cover, which is nice, but I've gone a little bit dark on the screen, but that's all right. We're going to drop the electric down and we're going to have a little play around here and see if we can get a few fish to feed. But it's been a fun little morning so far. Just the 2 fish. The lure looks incredible in the water, so turning the electric off now and let's get stuck in. Yeah, there's a fish. Didn't even feel the bite. Feels half decent too. Maybe not. What have we got? Little baby Jew. How cool is that? No sharks on the sounder in this spot, so that's good. It's good that didn't take long at this spot. Beautiful little Jewfish. He's super plump. He would have been feeding up. How cool are all those little dots on their lateral lines? Such a cool species. He's a little bit of a shrinky, but that's all right. Good little start. We'll see if we can get a good release on him. The other 2 fish didn't get a really good release shot on him, but that's all right. Cool colours on his tail. I'll show you down the line. He's very, very well built for his size. So that one freshwater minnow's lasted 3 fish. He's starting to look a little bit worse for wear, but still fishable. Where there's one Jewfish, there should be more, and there should be bigger ones with this dirty water. A few big fish on the sounder. Don't know whether they're mulloway or not, but massive fish just ate before. Oh, I missed him. Good little bite. It's good, found the fish. That's, as soon as I drifted onto this flat, that's basically 2 bites. Today was always going to be about dissecting the the waterway. Because when it's flushed, it's like fishing a completely new system. You could be so used to it, and as soon as it runs dirty and the fish start settling again, they can sit in just completely random spots. I've been fishing for 2 hours and 20 minutes and I've only landed 3 fish, but that's 2 good bites in that's 2 good bites in a couple of minutes. So, and there's good fish moving through on the sounder, and there's not another boat in sight. No one's fishing these fish. I'm assuming everyone thinks the fish haven't pushed this far up yet. But if you're the first person to fish when the fish start pushing back upriver, they bite, and they bite very well. So I'm just going to put it back on drift, and I'll just drift this flat, and we'll see if we can get a few more bites on freshwater prawn. I might even downsize to the 2-inch, I'm not sure. Like, this flat can fish a little bit funny sometimes. The fish can be up here eating very, very small things. I'll fish the 3-inch for now, and then I'll just sort of play it out. And if I miss a few more little bites or anything like that, I might downsize to the 2. Put on 360 now. Flat like this, 360 works very well. Oh, missed him. That was a very good bite. That fish picked it up then, and he's sitting on it. I'm assuming that's probably going to be a good flathead. Pull it out of his mouth. Curled the lure up. Yep, got him. Well, not the biggest fish, but they're just so much fun, the little GTs. Freshwater prawn down the gob. We're starting to get a few bites, so let's get him back, see if we can get a few more. Freshwater prawn still going. I wouldn't mind ticking off molting minnow soon. We'll get a few more fish on the freshwater prawn, then might change it up. Yep. Whee. Missed the first one, he came back and absolutely crunched it. A little bit bigger than the last. Super well built fish too. Yep, that was them. Ooh, he's a bit bigger. Don't see any sharks on the sounder. I think he was just acting crazy. Another nice little G, molting minnow this time. Cool little colour in this tannin water. Another nice little fish. Let's not waste too much time. Let's get him back and let's keep going. Yep. Oi, oi, oi. No, that's not good. Oh, I got him around the electric. Little bastard. Oh, doesn't feel like a GT this time. Does not feel like a GT. No, it's not a GT. He's doing weird stuff. Oi. Oh, he's gone around the boat twice. Oh, that can't be a GT. Oh, he came off. Oh man, that was not a GT that time. He was doing like really big lunges. I actually have no idea what it was going to be, but it was not a GT. I'm very disappointed about that coming out. What an unusual fight. Yep. That was not what I hooked before. Well, very much a mixed bag today. Nice spotted grunter on molting minnow. He is definitely going to spike me. These are probably one of the spikiest fish that swims. Oi. Didn't even feel that bite then. That was first cast back on freshwater minnow, freshwater prawn, sorry. Flathead. Hey, boofed it. That's all right. He'd be a great little eating size if I was keeping him today, but there's nothing wrong with that. Nice flathead. I was on first cast back on that freshwater prawn. Look at the colours on that tail. Absolutely incredible. All right, start of the run out. Really seems to be a great little bite window here. A few more casts here. There's a nice little current line starting up here on the, now that the tide's running out. Now it looks like I'd be casting down current the way I'm doing it. That's a bigger fish. That's not a GT, and that is not a flathead. Let's say this is what I hooked before. That was running me around the boat. Oh, he's doing big head shakes. This is either a bigger jewfish, or this is a threadfin, I'd say. Because this feels a little bit too big. Big single head shakes. Haven't seen many sharks on this flat, which is good. And the rubble is only very, very small. But I'll just keep on top of him. I mean, it could be a bigger GT, but the GT size seems to be pretty consistent. Starting to feel like a GT maybe. Oh, I don't know. Putting up a good account for himself. Coming up to the surface for some reason. Well, he was. He's doing a circle like that fish did before. He's up on the surface for some reason. Hopefully he doesn't have a shark up him. I can't see any on the 360. It's heavy. Got leader. I got a long leader though, so we did not like that. Oh, my leader just bounced off something then. One of his teeth or one of his fins. What do he got? Doesn't look very big, so I'm assuming he's a trevally. Might just be a bigger GT. Yeah, he's a nice GT. Very nice GT. Yeah, what I was saying before, it would look like I'm casting down current, which I never do. But the wind is stronger than the tide, so spot lock's holding me against the wind. Yeah, he's a nice fish. Man, I haven't caught consistent GTs in a long time, and you really forget how hard they go with their size. He's a nice fish. He'd have to be around the 50 mark, maybe. Great fish. Freshwater prawn, getting it absolutely done. Well, there he is there, very, very nice GT. Great river GT, freshwater prawn, working in this sturdy water so well. Let's keep going and try and get into a few more fish, because it's all happening here. Yep, well, that's a good fish. Feels like a big flathead. It's either a flathead or a Jew. Oh, it's a flathead. I can feel his teeth. Yeah. Good fish. It's a good fish. Pretty sure it's a flathead I've seen. It's loosened off the drag in case, I'm pretty sure it was a flathead. It's loosened off the drag. Oh, thought I lost him then. Loosened off the drag. Yeah, nice flathead. Good flathead. Yeah, he's very, very good. I'm very lucky to land him on 10-pound leader. He's over that 60 mark just. Very, very nice. Oh, that was cool. He put up a really good account for himself. Incredible fish. Freshwater prawn. Very, very happy with that fish. Get him back and I think we'll head home after this.